Dear Taurus, just when you thought you had finally built a stable, peaceful world for yourself, someone from your past makes a surprise return, right as your luck starts to shift. This isn't a mere coincidence. As new opportunities begin to unfold and life seems poised to reward your patience, that old familiar shadow reappears. It's an echo from your past that could throw you off balance, threatening the very foundation you've worked so hard to build. Why does this happen? Because what's on the horizon for you is foundational, valuable, and powerful. Not everyone around you is ready for you to build your empire, but you are. What's about to unfold in your life is not trivial. It's a seismic shift in your values that will push you forward, whether you're prepared or not. Taurus, a significant turning point is approaching, and you'll need to decide whether to stay in your comfortable garden, where everything feels safe but stagnant, or to venture into a new land, heart racing and legs trembling, but with your spirit wide awake. To harness this energy, take a moment to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and comment below, "I, Taurus, open the doors to new abundance and protect my peace from what returns." Trust me, the final part of this message is the most powerful. Listen closely now. Something is beginning to stir deep within you. You'll feel it as a subtle tremor, a call awakening you while the world around you remains asleep. In the coming days, thoughts you believed were long buried will resurface, but this time, they won't sting with the same intensity. You'll start to perceive your experiences with a newfound clarity, as if something inside you is saying, "Enough, I'm done carrying this weight." This is where your transformation begins, not because the universe is handing you a gift, but because you, Taurus, have quietly done the hard work that no one else saw. You've weathered storms with quiet endurance. You persevered through tough times, and now it's time for your reward. But remember, this reward doesn't come alone. It's accompanied by choices, challenges, and tests. Yes, there's a powerful, energetic shift activating around you. This is not just a metaphor, it's real. You might notice people drifting away for no apparent reason, while others resurface with old excuses. Situations may either fall apart or align seamlessly. Initially, this may frighten you, as it disrupts your stability, but deep down, you'll feel a sense of relief. How long have you been waiting for this moment? Perhaps you didn't even realize you were waiting. Maybe you thought life was meant to be a cycle of repetition and struggle, but now, a crack opens, revealing a new possibility, a new cycle that demands your awareness. One day, you'll wake up and make a decision you've been putting off for months. You'll respond to that message you hesitated to send. You'll finally say what you couldn't before. You'll close a door that you left ajar. And when you do, you'll experience a rush of liberation, as if something inside you has been set free. This marks the beginning of your change. But be cautious. Taurus, this is merely the start. An unexpected financial opportunity will present itself. It could be small or large. What matters is the significance it carries. It's life saying, "I see you. I acknowledge your efforts. Here's a nudge to get you moving." This might be a payment arriving just when you need it, or someone who owes you suddenly showing up. You'll find yourself pausing to consider, what do I do with this? This isn't just money, it's energy and potential. If you don't utilize it wisely, it could slip away. Don't rush. Avoid using it to fill a void or on fleeting comforts. This income carries direction and a hidden message. It provides a moment of respite. Yes, but it also grants you power. And with power comes responsibility. Are you ready to embrace that power? Taurus. This isn't just any ordinary prize, it's a sign. When signs flood in all at once, like they are now, it indicates something significant is about to unfold. Here comes a challenging question. What will you do with this new opportunity? You must choose: remain in the familiar territory where you know how things operate, or venture into the unknown. Step outside your comfort zone, away from the mundane, and away from what keeps you safe but unfulfilled. That leap, Taurus, can be daunting. It may present itself as a job offer, a move to a new city, a budding relationship, something that initially feels overwhelming, something that makes you second-guess yourself. But beneath that fear lies a powerful feeling. Do you sense it? It's as if your body knows this is the right path. Even if it's uncomfortable, even if it hurts, it signifies real growth. If you shy away from taking that risk, all this energy will dissipate. The universe continuously offers chances, but it doesn't linger indefinitely. And just as you're about to make a decision, that person from your past, the one you know isn't good for you, returns. This isn't a coincidence. It's a test, a desperate attempt from the past to cling to you. This is where the real decision lies. Before we move on, I want you to comment this powerful decree: I, Taurus, sever the ties that hold me back and embrace the new with courage. Yes, the past may return, but you are not the same person anymore. That figure from your past doesn't come back out of love or nostalgia. They return because they sense your growth. They feel you rising and fear that you no longer need them. That frightens them deeply. They may reach out with a message cloaked in kindness, or perhaps through gossip or criticism. But the method of their return isn't what matters. It's how you respond. Here lies a unique opportunity for you, Taurus. You can either fall back into the old patterns, engaging in arguments, justifying yourself, seeking validation where none exists, or you can elevate your perspective. Look at the situation from a higher, more mature place. That individual isn't returning because you've done something wrong. They're back because you're doing something right. You're breaking a cycle, and when your soul is ready to soar, old chains rattle. Will you allow those chains to restrain you? Will you let them impede your progress? Responding with anger will only drain your energy. Instead, establish your boundaries. Firmly state, "This is where I draw the line," and continue moving forward. If you allow that energy to infiltrate your space, all the good that's coming your way could be stifled. That would be a shame, because what's opening up for you is anything but trivial. You will receive unmistakable signs, as if the universe is guiding you. If you learn to interpret them, you'll know precisely what to do. Pay attention to repeating numbers, phrases that resonate just when you're contemplating something significant, dreams that awaken you with clarity, or messages that seem to come from those who are no longer with you but feel close. None of this is mere coincidence. You are being guided and protected. There's a larger plan at work, and even if you can't see it, you are not alone in this journey. You never have been. Feel that presence, acknowledge it, use it. When you begin to trust those signs, your life will fall into place. Decisions will become clearer, opportunities will emerge, and fear will transform into momentum. I want to be straightforward with you. A moment is approaching when everything will change. It's not that luck will suddenly appear like a miracle. It's that you, Taurus, will stop resisting your own progress. You'll cease clinging to what no longer serves you. You'll stop waiting for external circumstances to change, and instead, you will change. And that's when luck will naturally follow. a new financial opportunity will arise. But this time, you'll know how to handle it. You won't use it to fill a void. You'll invest it in something meaningful yourself, your home, a project, or a long-desired trip, something that validates all the struggles you've endured. It's in that concrete action where the universe aligns. But there's more to come. A significant change is on the horizon, intense and transformative. It may take the form of a new city, an unexpected relocation, a bold decision regarding a relationship, or a decisive yes or no that liberates you from years of stagnation. That change may feel intimidating, but it will also ignite a new sense of vitality within you. Do you feel it? It's like a switch being flipped inside you, allowing you to breathe deeply for the first time in ages. That sigh is the beginning of an entirely new chapter. Yet, none of this will be possible if you don't confront what's returning. That enemy, that old energy, that echo from the past is not more powerful than you. It only comes to ask, are you ready to leave me behind? You, Taurus, must respond with action. It's no longer enough to simply understand or wish for change. You must activate it through movement and decision. When you take that step, everything will shift forever. Your surroundings will take notice. Those who doubted you will fall silent, because nothing is more formidable than a Taurus who knows their worth. You are evolving, Taurus. You are no longer who you were just months ago. Even if you occasionally doubt yourself, even if a part of you resists this transformation, the truth is, you have crossed a threshold. Something within you has changed. And what lies ahead can only be experienced if you dare to leave behind everything that has held you back. Have you realized this life isn't nudging you randomly? It's pushing you because it recognizes your readiness. You can't remain stagnant any longer. Staying put would only harm you. There exists a version of you that is yearning to emerge. That version requires space to thrive. This is why everything is starting to shift. This is why your environment feels unstable. Some people will exit your life, and some bonds will tighten. The old cannot contain the new. It may hurt, but you must let go. When you do, a door will open, a possibility you didn't anticipate. A new direction, a proposal, a fresh path will present itself. It won't be comfortable or easy, but it will be genuine. You'll feel it in your body, like a call, a different vibration, an unspoken certainty. Perhaps someone will say, "How about moving here? What if you tried this job? Are you willing to take this leap?" Your mind may race, but your soul will instinctively respond with a yes before you even comprehend the question. Too often, your logic has kept you safe but locked away. Today, your intuition wants to speak. If you listen, the path will clear. Just as you begin to make these decisions, that figure from your past returns, not to assist you or to finalize something healthy, but to test whether you've truly learned your lessons. This person can manifest in countless forms, through guilt, nostalgia, promises, or provocations, but their intention remains the same. They don't want you to evolve. They want you to stay stagnant, to resist change. You, Taurus, must see beyond this. It's not about fighting, shouting, or convincing anyone. It's about making a choice. Where will you direct your energy? Where will you focus your attention? What will you invest your time in? Because what you nurture will flourish. If you glance back, if you slip back into those old dynamics, all the newness that was brewing will come to a halt. That would be a betrayal to yourself. Taurus, you've endured so much. You've learned enough. You know what you don't want. So why would you revert? This isn't about resentment or revenge. It's about respect, self-worth, and evolution. The universe understands this. That's why it sends you signs. You'll start noticing them more frequently in the details of everyday life, in things you previously overlooked that now speak directly to you. Have you noticed those repeating numbers? Have you experienced dreams that awaken you in tears? Have you heard phrases that seem tailor-made for you? Nothing is coincidental. Everything is part of a deeper language. If you remain open to it, you'll sense a presence, as if something or someone is embracing you from the unseen. Perhaps it's a loved one who has passed. Perhaps it's your inner voice. Or perhaps it's something you can't quite name, but it's there. It's there to reassure you that you're on the right path. Don't be afraid, because yes, Taurus, you are indeed on the right path, even on the gray days, even when doubts creep in, even when you feel isolated. Everything happening now is part of your awakening. And awakening is never easy. It's not a straight line. Sometimes it feels like everything is falling apart. But what's disintegrating is what no longer fits, because the new you requires a fresh framework, new foundations, and new decisions, and that process has already begun. The money that flows in, the proposals that surface, the energy that clears, the people who change, none of this is arbitrary. Everything responds to a deeper truth that you've activated. Yes, you, with your choices, your healing, your silence, and your strength. Do you see now that it's your responsibility to honor that, embrace this new energy and utilize it wisely? Stay focused. Don't get distracted by the superficial. Avoid seeking validation where it never existed. Concentrate on what you wish to create, on what brings you peace, on what inspires you, on what makes you truly alive. Because that is true success. For Taurus, it's not about having it all. It's about having what nourishes your soul. And you will achieve it. You will witness it. And when that moment arrives, you won't need to explain anything to anyone, because your light will speak volumes. Taurus, this phase you're experiencing isn't just another chapter. It's the threshold between who you were and who you are about to become. And that threshold can be intense. It may confuse you, but it will also reveal your true self. What's coming is powerful and clear, a mirror without filters, urging you to confront yourself and make a decision. In that decision lies your next destiny. Are you ready to let go of the part of you that's settled? Yes, Taurus. Settling was a refuge for far too long. You lowered your head when you wanted to shout. You accepted scraps when you deserved a feast. You took on the weight of everyone else while your soul silently cried out for release. But not anymore. Now, something within you is rebelling. A new voice, more genuine, wilder, and more authentically you, is beginning to emerge. That voice declares, "I will no longer remain silent." And when that voice surfaces, everything shifts. Your relationships will transform. Your way of communicating will evolve. Your priorities will change. Your boundaries will strengthen. Yes, this may unsettle others. Some might label you as strange or distant. And yes, Taurus, you have changed. Because growing up isn't about becoming hardened. It's about becoming authentic. And this authenticity that is beginning to rise is threatening to those who preferred you in a state of slumber. Do you understand why that enemy has returned now? Because you're no longer here to repeat the past. You're here to create a new future. That creation, this new reality, this new path requires space and cleansing. This is why this breaking point has arrived. But don't fear it, for you are more protected than ever. You'll start to notice how things begin to settle without your interference. You'll see how certain people fade from your life without drama, how previously blocked paths suddenly open. This isn't luck, it's consequence and coherence. Aligned energy. Everything you've nurtured silently is beginning to bloom, and you'll first notice it in subtle ways. One day you'll wake up and realize that what once stole your peace no longer weighs you down. Another day, you'll look at someone who hurt you and feel neither hatred nor love, just peace. In that moment, you'll know that a chapter has closed, that a wound has healed, that a cycle has ended. But beware, this isn't just about closing a chapter, it's about opening a new door. Behind that door lies a new you, a version of you that no longer seeks permission to exist, a version that decides, chooses, and sets boundaries without guilt, a version that says yes from desire and no from respect, a version that seeks connection rather than approval. From this place, Taurus, everything you attract will change. New people will enter your life. New projects and opportunities that ignite your passion will arise. The hunger for life will return. And even if you initially doubt it, genuine joy will resurface. Yes, that joy you thought was lost forever, the one you buried beneath responsibilities and wounds, wants to return because you've made space for it. You've cleared out the old, and in that cleansing, something profound transforms. You'll notice changes in your body, in how you sleep, in your eating habits, in the music you crave, in the clothes you wear, and in your surroundings. All of this is part of the metamorphosis. Yes, it can be painful because every significant change brings grief. Even if what you're letting go of no longer serves you, don't fear it. Grief is part of rebirth. It's not a sign of failure. It signifies that you are alive, and this grief will pass. What comes next will compensate for it all. A phase is approaching where growth is rapid, visceral, and tangible, where what once took years will materialize in weeks because you are ready, because you've done the work. When that begins to happen, look in the mirror, look deeply and say to yourself, "Thank you for not giving up." You'll notice a new sparkle in your eyes, a stronger posture, a different presence, and people will take notice. Some will approach you with admiration, others may feel envy, but you won't need anyone's approval anymore because, finally, Taurus, you will know who you are. And from that place, there's no turning back. Now that you stand on the brink of everything that awaits, feel the intensity of this moment. This isn't just a change, it's a profound, almost spiritual transformation coursing through you, shaking every corner of your being. It feels like a massive wave building inside you, rising and rising, and there's no way to stop it. That wave is your truth, your inner fire, demanding to be expressed, to be lived without masks or fear. Do you feel that tremor in your chest? It's the certainty that change is not just possible, it's imminent and necessary. There's no room for doubt or hesitation, because right now, Taurus, everything that has held you back is disintegrating like ashes in the wind. And amid that destruction, a new light emerges strong and clear, illuminating the path that was once shrouded in darkness. But with that light comes conflict. Just as life beckons you to grow, the enemy returns to your doorstep. This isn't just any enemy, it represents everything your soul needs to release. Those internal voices whispering that you can't, that you don't deserve, that you will fail. They come back to challenge you, to make you question your resolve, to tempt you to halt your progress. Here lies the ultimate test. Taurus, will you allow it to paralyze you, or will you transform that pain, that anger, that fear into fuel for your forward momentum? That enemy isn't solely external. It's also a reflection of something within you, an outdated pattern that needs confronting for you to take that final leap. Are you willing to face it, to look it in the eye without fear, and assert that it no longer holds power over you? This is the moment when your soul is tested. This is where real growth manifests. This is where your inner strength emerges, unmasked. Remember, Taurus, what's breaking down inside you isn't defeat. It's liberation, a profound cleansing that opens the way for something much greater, more authentic, and more radiant. Even if it feels painful, even if you feel vulnerable, even if the road ahead seems uncertain and rugged, you are closer than ever to that version of yourself you've always envisioned. Can you feel it? That version is courageous, wise, free, and unstoppable. To reach it, you must traverse this inner fire. You'll be astonished by the strength you possess, by your capacity to reinvent yourself and rise from the ashes, by the determination flowing through your veins when you cast aside excuses. This phase you're entering now is a rebirth, a pivotal moment that isn't an accident, but the result of everything you've lived and learned. This moment isn't for the faint-hearted. It's for those who choose to thrive amidst chaos. It's for those who dare to shape their destiny despite fear. And you are one of those individuals. You are not alone in this battle. You have signs guiding you, protections you may not even see, and an inner strength you can scarcely imagine. Even if that enemy knocks again, remember that your true power lies within you, in how you respond, in what energy you choose to activate. If you decide to move forward with an open heart and clear eyes, nothing will stand in your way, because the change that is coming is irreversible. This time, Taurus, the path leads to freedom. Are you ready to release what confines you and embrace what awaits? Are you prepared to be the architect of your own life, free from fear and doubt? This is just the beginning of a journey that will take you further than you can imagine. When you look back, you'll realize it was worth every step, every tear, every struggle. The luck, the money, the changes, they were not mere coincidences. They are your reward for your perseverance. Taurus, the moment you've been waiting for has arrived. Right here, right now. The story that seemed to repeat itself begins to close, paving the way for something new, vibrant, and unstoppable. This closure isn't just a farewell. It's a profound cleansing that touches every aspect of your life. Relationships, habits, fears, and limiting beliefs that have held you back for years. This is not a sad ending. It's a courageous step toward a future that's eager to embrace you. Feel this truth: you are no longer the same Taurus who embarked on this journey. That version of you is behind you. And while it may be painful to acknowledge, it's essential for what's coming to arrive with full force. What follows isn't just another change, it's an inner revolution that will manifest in the outer world, in every gesture, every decision, every confident stride you take. This new cycle brings accelerated, visible energy. There will be no doubts or retreats. The luck that once seemed elusive will start aligning with your actions. The financial blessings that appeared impossible will show up precisely when needed, not by chance, but because you've altered your frequency, your perspective, and your courage to claim what belongs to you. What you build now will flourish rapidly, robustly, and solidly. Taurus, You are called to close the door on everything that doesn't resonate with your truth. No more superficial relationships. No more excuses that tether you down. No more draining energies. This is your ultimate cleansing. Yes, it may be painful, but it's necessary. Without this cleansing, there's no room for what is authentic, bright, and genuinely transformative. Feel how something within you expands. A new space opens where you can simply be yourself, free from masks or fears, where your dreams can evolve into projects and your desires can become reality. This space is filled with light, trust, and power. It's the realm where Taurus, who knows their worth, respects, and loves themselves, begins to truly live. Even if that enemy returns, there's no place for them now. You are shielded by your truth, your growth, and your inner strength. This moment isn't a retreat. It's a call to move forward with a passionate heart, a clear mind, an unwavering focus on what you deserve. Now, I ask you, Taurus, what will you do with all that you are about to experience? Will you let fear dictate your steps, or will you embrace the power that has always resided within you? The critical question is this: are you willing to be the main character in your own life, to write your own story with passion, without letting anything or anyone deter you? I encourage you to reflect on this deeply, to feel it in your core, to declare it with all your soul. And when you're ready, subscribe to the Inner Secrets to continue receiving the strength you need on this path. This marks the beginning of your personal revolution. Taurus, the moment when everything aligns so you can shine brighter than ever before. Are you ready to take that final step? Are you prepared to be the true master of your destiny? Because the answer lies within you. And now is the time to listen with an open heart.